Hello and welcome to the Temple of Enlightenment International Spiritual Center. My name is Issacharbey. I am the Senior Director and I am also the founder. I want to thank all of you for tuning in on this Sunday's teaching. We are continuing on a great journey into our new series, The Great Rewrite, How to Rewrite Your Life's Script. And we are so excited about everybody who's been a part of this journey. I've been getting a lot of emails and feedback from you guys about how you're enjoying the series and how much value that you guys are getting from this and how this is something that you guys needed to be able to embrace and encounter in this season of your life. And I'm just excited about it as well. I want to thank all of you. If this is your first time tuning into our teaching, please let us know what city, what state, what country you're listening from. Also, if you could hit the like button, also subscribe to us. And if this teaching or any of these teachings on our channel have been of great value, have been able to expand your level of consciousness, to help you to grow, help you to expand, help you to go to the higher levels of life and the deeper depths, we ask that you share this with somebody who you believe will be blessed by this information. And so we are forever grateful. You know, this year is flying. One of the things I love about October, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, October is the month of the coming attractions. And basically it gives us a preview of what we're going to be experiencing in the coming year, some of the events, some of the things that will take place. And I got to tell you, this year for me, 2024, has been a year of prioritizing, putting things in perspective. I've been really sitting down, and really putting in perspective, how could I grow and expand the Temple of Enlightenment International Spiritual Center? How could we get more followers? How can we get to be more visible? And so I've been really putting some things together that we're going to start implementing and putting into practice. And we're going to be getting a lot of things set in place, and you guys will be hearing about it. But this year for me has been one of organizing and prioritizing and putting things in perspective. And so I'm just excited about what's coming next year. I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about all that's to come. I think that we are in a very special time right now. And even as we get ready to move into this new depth and new level, as we're getting ready to look and enter into the verge, we're on the verge of entering into 2025, which will be a very interesting year. When you look at your life and you look at where you are, it's extremely imperative that you come to the notion, you know, I have to make some changes in my life. I don't like the way my life is moving. I don't like the way my life is being fulfilled. I don't like the flow. This series that we are talking about, The Great Rewrite, is a series that helps us to rewrite our life, to rewrite the present tense, and also what will happen in the future, to change the character dynamics, the supporting cast, the supporting actors and actresses in our movie, in our lives. This is where we begin to make the major shifts and begin to move into an element of becoming the best version of ourselves. And so it's extremely important that we understand the goal of what we are encompassing. And so I'm excited that you have really been blessed by this information, that you've really saw the value and how you are applying it and utilizing it to yourself. And so it's a great, to me, I believe it's a great time for us and a great season for us to do nothing but what's the present, being able to change the trajectory of our lives And so, and today we will continue that journey as we move forward. I want to, if you can, go ahead and get into a deep, calm, quiet, still place. The reason I use the word deep is because we want to make sure that we tap into the inner and not the outer, that we always want to be able to go within and begin to make the changes from within so that we can now have the ability to do without. If you fail to go within, you must learn to do without. That means being able to go within and tap into. And so I want you to get in a quiet place, close your eyes, take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. Once again, take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. Once again, take a deep breath and inhale and exhale. I recognize and know that there is one universal presence, one infinite intelligence that moves throughout all creation. This divine source is the essence of life itself, expressing through each of us as love, wisdom, and power. It is the creative principle that shapes and guides the entire universe, unfolding with perfect order and harmony. This divine presence is both the director and the source of the story of my life. In this moment, I affirm that I am the director of my life's movie. I know that the same creative power that shapes the stars, the oceans, and the mountains flows through me, guiding each scene and every chapter of my life. I am fully aware that I hold the power to shape my experiences, to choose my thoughts, and to create a life that is a true reflection of the divine perfection within me. I declare that as a director of my life's movie, I am aligned with the infinite wisdom of the universe. Every decision I make is guided by clarity, purpose, and divine inspiration. I see with the vision of the infinite, knowing that every scene is unfolding perfectly. Even when it appears uncertain, I trust the process, knowing that the script of my life is written in love and directed by the highest good. For I know that the power that directs my life is boundless and free. I choose to write a story filled with joy, love, abundance, and peace. I am the author of my thoughts, the director of my actions, and the creator of my reality. I align with the divine principle that all things are possible, and I allow the story of my life to unfold with grace and ease. I give thanks for this truth, for the awareness that I am the creative force in my own life. I am grateful for the divine guidance that supports me in every scene, every choice, and every moment. I release this word into the perfect law, knowing that it is already fulfilled, and so it is. I want to get in today. We're going to talk about the director. If this is your first time listening, you want to go back and listen to the beginning of this series. We begin to deal with the plan. We begin to deal with looking at life as a movie. Then we moved into the realm of becoming the producer and what that entails. And then we begin to look at the author, the one who begins to write the script. The script is and so valid because we talked about the power of the pen. And then from the author, we're now moving to the director. And today we will talk about the director. You know, I love talking about this because of the variation of the fact that I can use so many different movies that I love and that we all love, we can think about. But when you think about your favorite movie, 9 times out of 10, you're looking at the storyline, you're looking at the actors, you're looking at uh, the theme, the costumes, the locations. You know, you're looking at all these different things, and many people really don't really look at the fact of the director. You know, the director, what he does is he takes the script, he takes the actors, he takes the plots and the costumes, and he takes the locations, and now he comes to the place where he says, it's my goal to tell this story. You know, some of my favorite directors, of course, would be F. Gary Gray, who's done Friday, who's done he just did this big movie. But anyway, F. Gary Gray he's done Friday, he's done The Italian Job, which is a great movie. He's done the NWA movie. Spike Lee is another great director. Malcolm X probably is one of my favorite movies. What you have to realize is that if you gave Denzel Washington the script and gave it to another director, the movie wouldn't have came out the way it did. It would have been a different type of movie. Why? Because the director is telling the story through his lens. So that's what's important about directors. Another one of my favorite directors is Clint Eastwood. Nobody tells a story like Clint Eastwood. If you ever watch any of his movies, the way he tells the story is phenomenal. He tells a great story. Directors are very, very important. They begin to put all of the elements of a movie together, and they begin to tell the story through their persona, through their lens. And it's really amazing when you start getting into this. Martin Scorsese is another one of my great favorite directors. He's done all of the mob movies. He's done Casino. He's worked very closely with with Leonardo DiCaprio. They've done a variety of movies together. But Martin Scorsese is a great director. Why? Because the way he tells the story from his perspective. You know, Antoine Fuqua is the one who's doing The Equalizer, and he did Training Day with Denzel Washington, right? Now, Denzel Washington in that movie was phenomenal, right? But if somebody else was directing that movie, I don't know if it would have been the exact same way it would have been. Why? Because Antoine Fuqua is directing this movie through his lens. He's telling the story through his lens. He's directing Denzel in this. And he took the script and he took the actors and the supporting cast, and he created that masterpiece that we all love and that we watched as Denzel went and got an Oscar as best actor. And so today I want to invite you to step into a role that is far more powerful than you may have ever imagined. I invite you to take a seat in the director's chair of your own life. A life that I assure you is nothing short of a grand cinematic masterpiece. Together, we will explore a profound idea. You are the director of this film called life. Imagine your life as a movie, a dynamic, ever-changing story playing out scene by scene. Every sunrise is a fresh take. Every choice is a cut or a new angle. And every belief you hold is like a script you are directing into being. As the director, You are far more than a participant in this life. You are the one calling the shots, shaping the narrative, and guiding the flow of your experiences. But what does it truly mean to be the director of your life? What does it truly mean? Because I understand the role of the producer. I understand the role of the author. I understand looking at the concept that my life is a movie. I understand that. I even understand when we got our foundation by working on our purpose through logistics, through action, and through navigating. I understand that. But what does it mean to be the director of my own life's movie? A director is the conscious mind that guides the flow of life. It is the part of you that aligns your intention with your actions, that uses the inner vision to bring about an external reality. The director in you is that inner authority that sees beyond appearances and knows how to shape the unseen into the seen. Yes, as the director, you have the power to go beyond the appearances and knows how to shape the unseen into the seen. A director holds the vision. Like a filmmaker with a clear vision for the final movie, you as the director have a vision for your life. This vision is the guiding force that influences every choice, every thought, and every belief. It is the why behind your actions and the purpose that drives your story forward. Let me say that again. It is the why behind your actions and the purpose that drives your story forward. What's the why? Why am I doing what I am doing? I want to know right now, those of you that are listening to me, whatever you have going on in your life, I want to know why. Why? Why are you encountering the things that you're encountering? Why are you moving in the direction that you're moving in? Why? A director orchestrates focus. A director decides where to point the camera, what to focus on, what to zoom into, and what to leave out of the frame. In life, your focus is your attention. What are you placing your attention on? Are you focusing on what's missing, or are you highlighting what's possible? You must understand that what you focus on expands. Now, what's interesting is that focus of attention is so powerful because as the director of life, yes, your focus is extremely important. I tell people all the time, listen, you never get out of life what you want. You only get out of life what you become. You will never get out of life what you want. You can only get out of life what you become. And what you become, you embrace it. You become that thing, but you cannot become that thing without paying attention to it. You only get out of life what you pay for. What do you mean what I pay for? You paid your attention to it. I paid attention to being successful. I paid attention to being wealthy. I paid attention to being in the right place at the right time. I paid attention to all these things. Why? Because I understood and know that paying attention would get me to the place that I am now. As a director, you have to understand that you direct the actors. In every scene, a director guides the actors to bring out their best performance. In your life, those actors are your thoughts, your emotions, and even the people you encounter. Yes, you must be able to control your emotions. You must be able to control your thoughts, to think a certain way, to control your emotions, that you speak a certain way, that you present yourself a certain way. Why? Because if you're going to direct this movie we call life, you want to have a successful life. You want to have a meaningful life. You want to have a life of great value, of great esteem, of great notoriety, of great longevity. And if you're going to have those things, being able to direct your thoughts, emotions are vitally important. And so, how can one expect to be great and their life to be great if we can't direct ourselves? Because we operate in oneness. I can't direct the supporting cast in my life if I can't direct myself. If I can't control what I do, what I don't do, where I am, where I'm not, if I can't control my goings around and movers around in this lifetime, and being in a place that I can be accountable, being in a place that I can be progressive, being in a place where I can achieve success and greatness, then if I can't do that within myself and to myself, how can I do that to somebody else? How can I direct somebody else? I must first direct me. Consider this. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, every action you take is a line of dialogue or a scene in the movie of your life. We talked about this before. You're constantly writing your own script, whether you realize it or not. Just like any good film, your life has themes, plot twists, characters, some welcomes, some less so. There are the scenes of joy, moments of drama, and even those surprise plot twists that you didn't see coming. We're gonna get more into this. But think about your life and think about everything you've encountered thus far. Think about the ups and the downs. Think about your triumphs. Think about your defeats. Think about your wins. Think about what you consider to be losses. I like to call them lessons. Think about the people who were in your life that are no longer in your life. Think about the people who you were there to help that no longer helps you. Think about that. But here's the beauty of it. The script isn't set in stone. That's what we've been implementing in this series, that nothing is set in stone. At any given moment, you can always change your life. You can rewrite the scenes, change the plot lines, and even direct new characters into your life. You have the power to make the ordinary extraordinary, to turn the setbacks into comebacks, and to guide your story towards the highest version you hold. This is the magic of being the director. One of the things that I love about being in a director's, looking at it from a director's perspective, is that the director has so much to deal with. He's shooting this movie based on the vision that the screenwriter has. So the screenwriter writes the script, and now you're taking this script along with the supporting cast, along with the help of the producer, along with the actors, and you are now taking this script and you're now going to make it alive. You're going to take it from the paper. What we talked about earlier, the director has the ability to take the unseen and turn it into the scene. You're taking this story, this thought, this concept that's on paper. It wasn't tangible. Now it's tangible on paper. And you're going to take it and now pull it into making it a live film, something that people can sit down and enjoy and embrace, that can uplift people, that can inspire people. But do you know that your life, also as a movie, can inspire, can uplift, and can help people? As a director of your own life's movie, I want to go over a couple of key points that you must do. Number one, set your vision. Every great director starts with a vision. What is the vision for your life? What is the vision? many of you that got a consultation with me, we talked about what does 2025 look like, right? What does 2025 have in store for me? What I'm saying to you is, what does 2025 look like for you? What's your vision for 2025? What does that vision look like? What does it feel like? How does it smell? You know, the more detailed you can get in your vision, the more you can see it in your mind's eye, the more you can embrace it. And it is a story of empowerment, growth, love, abundance, or adventure. Define what your vision is about your life, because your vision is like a compass. It guides every scene, every choice, because if you know what your vision is, it will determine how you are going to direct this movie. Take the time to write down what you want your life's movie to look like. How does it feel? How does it look like? How does it, like I said, how does it smell? How does it feel? Who are the key characters in your movie? You know, when we look at our favorite movies, we look at the key characters, the supporting cast. You know, what, to me, as I told you guys, to me, what makes a great TV show, what makes a great TV show, movie, is the storyline, is the script, the actors, the directors. All of those are great because they take that story, that screenplay, and they elevate it and make it into a live soul, make it into a physical reality, right? So when we look at a TV show like Scandal, Scandal was phenomenal, right? It had Kerry Washington, it had Columbus Short, it had all of these great actors and actresses, right? But Shonda Rhimes was the screenwriter. She created the show. It's her mind, the mastermind, that created the script. When we look at How to Get Away with Murder, Viola Davis, right? Great TV show, How to Get Away with Murder. Once again, Shonda Rhimes was the screenwriter. She was the one that gave it the vision. So we knew How to Get Away with Murder, what is it going to be about? And so now when we're watching this show, every week we're left in suspense as we get ready for the next week and the next week. Why? Because the storyline was great. Based on the fact that Shonda Rhimes had the vision, she was able to control season after season after season after season. Why? Because she knew what the vision was from the beginning. Choose your focus. Number 2, remember, when attention goes, energy flows. Once again, where your attention goes, your energy flows. As the director, you have the power to decide what gets airtime in your mind. You have the power to determine what are you focused on, what are you constantly contemplating on, what are you looking at, what are you focusing on, what are you paying attention to, right? You have the control, as I just said, of what gets airtime. You know, a lot of time we give so many people and so many things free rent space in our minds. We're constantly worrying about things that don't benefit us, that have no control of us, that have nothing to do with us, and we give things like that our energy, our focus, our attention. Are you focusing on your strengths, your progress, your dreams, or are you letting your old doubts and fears steal the spotlight? Because you got to realize too, when we talk about dealing with life as a movie, a lot of our past comes up, a lot of the things that our weaknesses, a lot of our things that we don't want to connect to anymore because we haven't learned how to dissociate ourselves or separate ourselves from those things, and we're still holding on to those things. Sometimes they have a way of coming back in, and it's our decision as a director. Are we going to let those things get the spotlights, or are we going to focus our attention on our strengths, our progress, and what our dreams are? Shift your focus to align with your vision and watch how quickly the scenes of your life start to change. Yes, when you change your focus, everything else moves into perspective. You know, it's crazy because people will come to me and say, you know what, I want to change my life. I want a better life, and I want so many different things. And so they want all of those things, but they haven't made the change within. They haven't changed their focus. Once you change your focus is where your attention goes, your energy flows. If you haven't changed your focus on what you're paying attention to, then you'll still be focusing on the same thing. You're committing insanity. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. This is probably one of the most important things. This is number 3. This is one of the most important things as the director of your life that you need to hear. Call cut when needed. Now, before I get into this, I just want to throw this out here. As I told you guys before, I've been in movies, I've been in videos, commercials. When you're shooting a movie, a commercial, and usually the director will yell out action. When he yells out action, everything goes. The actors dialogue with each other. If you're a background extra, you'll be walking down the street, you're across the street, whatever it is that you need to be doing in the background, you do that. Everything happens. If the director feels like something is not going right, if he feels like he's got a great shot, everything worked out perfect, or if he feels like something is not really moving the way it's supposed to, he yells out cut. When he yells out cut, they stop filming, everything stops, and then now the director begins to reiterate what he needs to have done or what's the next step. Not every scene goes according to plan, and so that's okay. Sometimes you have to call cut and try again, even if a particular belief or behavior isn't serving your vision. Stop the scene, redirect your thoughts, adjust your actions, and try a new approach. There's no shame in starting over, only wisdom in knowing when to change directions. So yes, if you're working on creating something new in your life and it's not working, learn how to say cut, readjust, reevaluate. There's times when a director will yell cut and say, hey, look, this is a scene where, you're angry about the thing that this person did to you. I need to see more anger. I need to see you do it from this perspective. So you are the director. You are the one that's directing how you want these things, these ideas, these concepts to play out in your life. And so you, at any given moment, you can always call cut. You don't like the way somebody's been treating you in life. You don't like the way things are happening in your life. Call cut and make the change. Number 4, reboot, reshoot, and with intention. Reshoot with intention. If life hands you a scene you don't like, remember that you have the power to reshoot it. Let's say you have you had a tough conversation, made a mistake, or faced a disappointment. Instead of letting it define the rest of the movie, visualize how you would have liked the scene to unfold. This doesn't just change your perspective, it reprograms your subconscious to align with your desired outcome. Number 5, align your actions with the script. The best directors know that vision alone isn't enough. You have to take action. Your actions are the movements that bring the script to life. Every small step you take is like a scene you direct towards your grand vision. Ask yourself daily, what is the one action I should take today that aligns with my vision? Let that guide your choices, and the scenes in your life will begin to unfold in harmony with your story. Alignment is going to be the thing. Listen, this series that we're talking about right now, we're not talking about this by mistake. There's no accidents. There's no mistakes in life. There's somebody that's listening to this right now. You needed to hear this at this time, at this moment. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a purpose. You are now listening to this because you needed to hear this for where your life is getting ready to go. You needed to get access to this. Recognizing the plot twist as opportunities. You know, life will sometimes throw you, they say when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Sometimes life will give you situations and circumstances that are outside of your control. We call those plot twists, but we will learn as a director how to deal with those plot twists. We all face them. Those unexpected moments that throw us off balance. But as the director, you understand that plot twists aren't the end of the story. They're opportunities for a new direction. A setback might just be the setup for a comeback. A closed door may redirect you towards a more magnificent path. Embrace the plot twist, knowing that they add depth, character, and resilience to your story. Yes, being able to deal with the plot twist, it's going to make you a great director. See, keep in mind, once you learn how to direct your own movie, you can now teach your kids, you can now teach your family, your loved ones, you know, because what we are learning is we're learning how to set this up generationally. We're learning how to equip with this knowledge and this wisdom so that it takes us into the depths, into the places that we need. Don't forget that as the director, you have the power to inject joy into any scene. You can shift a mood from drama to a comedy, from tension to peace. When you direct with a sense of lightness and playfulness, you bring a new energy to every moment. Remember, the greatest directors bring out the best in their stories by embracing the spirit of wonder and possibility. You know, in life, being able to change the mood in your life. Sometimes you may be feeling down. Sometimes you may be feeling like you're not at the best or at the top, or you're not at the greatest of the moment of the day. But being able to bring in laughter, bring in joy, being able to bring into things that can help uplift you and inspire you and motivate you, I think it's imperative that we find those things that we can utilize to do that in our lives, to give us inspiration, to give us motivation, you know, and to be able to put ourselves in a great perspective. It is time to take back the reins. Step boldly into your role and remember that you have the power to reshape, to rewrite, to redirect. Don't just be as a passive observer of life, be the visionary who creates it. I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to think of one area in your life that you feel needs improvement, or that you feel is stagnant, or you feel that you're stuck in. And then I want you to imagine, how would you direct the scenes differently? And then take one action that aligns with this new vision. Your life is a movie, and you are the director, the storyteller. The scenes may shift, the characters may change, but you will always have the power to shape the narrative. The world is your set, the universe is your stage, and the pen is in your hand. Use it wisely, use it boldly, and create a story that reflects the brilliance within you. You are the director of life. Every thought is a frame, and every decision is a theme. You know, as you guys watch your favorite movies, as you guys watch your favorite TV shows, and you love the actors, you love the actresses, you love the storyline, the dialogue, all of those things. I want you to keep in mind of those things, but I want you to know that you can control your life the same. The director in you doesn't fear mistakes. They see them as opportunities for a better take. Focus is the director's tool where you point your lens. The story follows. Let me say that again. Your focus is the director's tool. Where you point your lens, your story follows. You have to keep in mind where you're pointing your lens. You hold the camera of consciousness. It is your choice what to bring into focus. I think that in this season, being conscious of our life's progression, our life's vision, where we see ourselves going, having, being, doing, all of those things are vitally important. But the most important thing is you being able to utilize all of these things and create the life that you want to live. Direct your thoughts like you would direct a scene with intention and clarity. Everything you do, what's my intention? What's my why? What's my intention? With clarity. Plot twist, adjust the universe's way of adding depth to your story. Embrace them. Your plot twist will make you. They won't break you. They will make you. What does not kill you can only make you stronger. I've always said this. You will never know how strong your tea bag is until it's placed in hot water. I want to, real quickly, I want to give you 15, just real quickly, I want to give you the 15 essentials that I believe the director needs to embody as the director of your life. I don't know how my mind is going blank because there's so many directors that I love and I can't think of them right now. But, you know, when you start to look at your life and you look at the different components that we have been teaching on, you get to a place now where you realize that as you continue to get this information and you apply it and you begin to work with this information, you begin to put yourself in a position to now where you are now engaging into a place where you are now stepping and embracing that role of the director. Yes, I can be the Spike Lee of my life. I can create and do the right thing. I can create a Jungle Fever. I can create a School Days. I can create a Malcolm X. So, you know, I can, from this perspective, put this in perspective. And so I think it's imperative. Number one, these 15 real quickly. Number one, craft a clear vision of your life story. Let me say this. The reason why I put this in there is this. A lot of you will say, you know, I don't want you to get caught up in trying to, in being stuck because you don't know what your purpose, you don't know what your destiny is, and I understand that. But you do know at this moment where you are now, you do know where you want to be. You do know what the things that you want to experience in life, the things that you want to have, the things that you want to embrace and encounter in life. You know at this moment what you don't want to deal with and what you would like to deal with. And in that moment, you have the ability to clarify your vision. That's why I said, let's work with 2025. What do you want to encompass in 2025? A director always has a vision for the final scene. Define what you want your movie of life to look like. Write down your desired outcomes and keep revisiting that vision to ensure every action aligns with it. Number 2, edit your inner dialogue. Your thoughts are the eternal dialogue of your life's movie. Begin to notice the words you use when you think about yourself and your life. Replace the limiting beliefs with empowering beliefs. Shift the narrative from I can't to I am learning to I am doing, I have, I am. So we want to get out of the I can't, I won't, I shall not. No. We want to move to I am, I have, I am, right? And you want to move into the inner dialogue of shifting to I am, I have, I can be, do, and have all of my heart's desires, right? Number 3, the practical intentional focus. Once again, where you place your attention is where your energy flows. As a director, decide what aspects of your life deserve focus. Make it a daily habit to focus on possibilities rather than problems, on solutions rather than obstacles. You know, when you're talking about your life movie, I ask, what would you want to change right now? Everybody can always tell me what they don't want. You can tell me about the problems you're dealing with right now, but can you tell me about where you want to go? Where are we moving forward from? And so I think that's what's imperative, because we can always focus on the problems at hand, but we're not focusing on the problems. We want to focus on the solutions, and we want to focus on the possibilities as opposed to the problems. Number 4, change the emotional tone of your scenes. Emotions are like music scores in a movie. They set the tone. Your emotions are like the music scene in a movie. I love to watch Chicago PD. I love to watch Chicago Fire, Law and Order. I love to watch those shows. And if you ever watch those shows, let's say you're doing something and you're not looking at the television screen, when they start playing certain music, it automatically makes you look at the screen, because the music will simplify that something's getting ready to happen. There's music that it's suspense, it's very dramatic, it's this big dramatic moment that's coming into play, and so you would stop whatever you're doing to go look to see what's getting ready to happen, just based on the music that's being played. So just imagine if your emotions are like the music score in a movie. Controlling our emotions will begin to now set that tone for the scene. Shift your emotional state by practicing gratitude. Even in your challenging moments, the energy of appreciation can dramatically change the atmosphere of your life scenes. Learning how to embrace the emotions of joy, the emotions of fulfillment, the emotions of kindness, the emotions of love, and so forth. Number 5, reshoot the challenging scenes with visualization. When a memory or a situation feels negative, take the time to visualize it differently. As a director might reshoot a scene for brighter lighting or dialogue, visualize a more empowering version of your past. Focusing on what you've learned and how you've grown. Number 6, surround yourself with supportive cast members. In every great film, the supporting cast changes the story. As a director of your life, choose the relationships that support and uplift your vision. Seek out those who inspire you and distance yourself from those who bring negativity into your story. Now, let me say this. This is so on point, because your supporting cast is extremely important. It's important because it also works well with your vision and where you're going. I've always said this. This is not what I came up with. It's what has been always an ancient tale or ancient quote, is that your friends are a resume of what you're going to become. Yes, your friends, your supporting cast are a resume of what you're going to become, or where your movie, the direction your movie is going in. So a lot of times when you see a great movie, it has a great supporting cast. Why? Because the main actor has this supporting cast that was able to carry out the vision of the film, to carry out the vision of the script. The director was able to put the supporting cast together. For example, I don't know how many of you have watched it, but there's a television series called Fight Night on Peacock, starring Taraji P. Henson, Kevin Hart, Samuel Jackson, Terrence Howard, Don Cheadle. It's so many, a variety of cast. And this was a great, great television series. It starts off about the fight night, the night that Muhammad Ali is fighting, just to give you a synopsis. But what's really great about the show was the dialogue, the writing of the script. To me, I'm always a screenwriter at heart, so the script was very great. But as you watch this week after week, episode after episode, you get to the point where you realize how great the supporting cast is, because they're carrying this whole series along. And of course, Kevin Hart is the main actor. But the supporting cast is what gives us the excitement and takes us on the roller coasters, the ups and the downs, takes us through all of these emotional feelings. And it's a wonderful situation to embrace and see. So if you haven't seen that show, basically what I'm talking about here is about supporting yourself with the best cast members. You will definitely get an understanding. I mean, if you look at Friday, which is a classic everybody knows, Chris Tucker, Ice Cube, it's a supporting cast. It's Debo, it's Nia Long, it's the whole supporting cast. Big Worm, which is played by Faison Love, the whole supporting cast from Weatherspoon, John Weatherspoon as a father, and then when we move to, just the overall supporting cast is extremely important. Number 7, script your ideal day. Take a moment each morning to write out how would you like your day to unfold. Be specific about your interactions, your accomplishments, and your feelings. This simple exercise sets a mental blueprint, helping you to direct your daily events. Number 8, embrace the power of the cut. We just talked about the cut, right? Not every thought or habit serves your story. As a director, have the power to say cut and let it go. Let go of the patterns that no longer serve you. This could mean ending toxic relationships, changing unproductive routines, or simply pausing negative self-talk. Always thinking negatively, always, you want to go do something and you talk yourself out of it. Well, you know what? You should do that, but, you don't really have no money, and suppose this happens and suppose that happens. So before you can even get to do anything, you've already talked yourself out of it. So being able to negate and pause and to separate from that self-talking, self-negative talking is imperative. Number 9, direct from a place of presence. A director on the set is always aware of the present moment, making adjustments as needed. Practice mindfulness to stay fully present in your life. This presence allows you to respond consciously rather than reacting automatically, giving you greater control over your narrative. Direct from a place of presence. Be present in the moment. Be present in every moment of your life. A lot of times we're not present, we're absent. And we are moved into a place of reaction. We react to things rather than being in the present moment of the thing, to really take control of it and be in the now of it. As I said before, live life. Don't let life live you, which means we dictate to life how we want to live. We don't allow life how to dictate to us how to live. And so When that happens, there has to be a place to where we can expound and grow into a deeper depth and a higher dimension. Number 10, reframe adversity as a plot twist. Challenges are not the end of your story. They are plot twists. Reframe setbacks as opportunities for growth and see them as a change to add depth and resilience to your character. Ask yourself, how can this challenge add to my story? Listen, this year has been a very challenging year for me. Just a lot of things that I had to deal with. But what I've learned is that the challenging year has brought me to a place of great stability. It has given me new insight. It has strengthened me. And it also has given me great knowledge and wisdom. And so a lot of times the challenges that we feel are hindering us, they're lessons. They are helping us to become stronger, wiser. Why? Because every challenge, you expand your consciousness to handle that challenge. You get stronger by dealing with the toughness and the hardness of the challenge. You begin to get wiser, but look at it as a plot twist. And with the plot twist, you are now able to still redefine your vision within the plot twist. Number 11, focus on the end scene and work backwards. We talked about this with being the writer, the author. Think of the end of your life story. What would make you proud and fulfilled looking back? Reverse engineer your actions to align with that ultimate vision. This helps ensure that each scene you directed today contributes to the larger narrative. So right now, those of you who are listening to me, if you said right now, how do you want your life to end? You want to be blessed with your kids and your grandkids and your great-grandkids around you. You want to, you don't want or need for anything. You want to have a great life. You want to be full of great health. You want to just be in a great place. However that is, once you know how you want this story to end, you reverse engineer and you move backwards. Why? Because I already know how I want this to end. I want to end on top. I want to be successful, famous, wealthy, rich. I want to be healthy. I want to be on top of the world. I want to be working in harmony and balance in my life. I want to find my soulmate. I want to be in love. All of these great things, right? So you find the place where you now get to a place where you're saying to yourself, I already know how this is going to end. Let me work backwards. And some of you may say, I don't want to go that far to the end of my life. Well, I tell you what, I want you to go to the end of 2025 and tell me, how does the end of 2025 look? And let's reverse engineer that back so that now we can create the year that you would like to experience in 2025. Number 12, direct with questions, not just commands. A good director asks powerful questions to unlock creativity. Ask yourself, what if I approach this differently? Or how can I turn this situation into a positive experience? These questions help you see new possibilities that can reshape your reality. Number 13, change the genre of your life story. If your life has felt like a drama or a tragedy, choose to direct it as a comedy, an adventure, a romance. Approach each day with a different perspective. Find humor in stressful situations. Seek out new experiences, or focus on cultivating love and connection. Right? Change your genre of your life story. So if you lived a rough life, if you've always been lonely, If you've always felt like you've been broken, you want to change the genre. You want to change the life to maybe an exciting life, a joyful life, a fun life. So you can always do that. Number 14, use silence as a creative tool. Just as the director uses pauses and silence in a film to build impact, use moments of silence and meditation to connect with your deeper self. This inner space allows for clarity, guiding you forward to the right direction and also inspiring your next move. There's power in silence. And I'd like to go another way on another day with that, but there's power in silence. People don't realize the power in silence. And if you ever, as a matter of fact, back in the old times, they used to have silent films where you couldn't hear anything, you couldn't see anything, you couldn't hear it, no music, no dialogue, no nothing. You would just watch the actors act, and based on the silence of the film, you could discover and also begin to realize what's going on in the film and what's happening based on these silent actors. And I just think it's phenomenal. Number 15, this is the last one. Document your wins as your movie's highlights. Keep a journal or of daily wins and breakthroughs, no matter how small. Imagine these as the highlights in your movie. Moments where your character shines. Reflecting on these can reinforce the story of progress and success, giving you the confidence to direct even greater scenes. So these are the 15 very vital, intricate things that I think every director needs to embrace. I'd like to say this, those of you who are listening, thank you for taking this journey with us today. I hope that you got something out of today's teaching. I want to say this to you. Life is your film. Don't just watch it unfold, but direct it with purpose and passion. Direct it with purpose and passion. Yes, you are the director. You are the producer. You are the author. Yes, you are the person that controls the pen. Remember how important the pen is. In all of the greatest TV shows and the greatest movies in life, the screenplay, the story is the most important thing. Never stop telling your story. Don't let anybody tell your story for you. He has his story. You make sure you tell your story. And so it's vital that we do that. It's vital that we put ourselves in a position to grow and to elevate. I hope that you guys take this and you apply it to your lives as you step into the role of the director. This weekend, as you watch your favorite movies, as you watch your favorite TV shows, think about the characters, think about the scenes, think about the plot twist, think about the directors, the writers, every aspect of this, how this unfolds. Your life is the same way. And we're going to begin to rewrite our lives. We're ready. We're getting ready for 2025. We're getting ready for the big change. And so what I want to do is I wanted to be a part of your transformation. And so that's why we are implementing these truths, these wisdom, these golden nuggets, because we want to put you guys in a position to win. We want to put you guys in a position to elevate and move. So I'm excited about everything that we went over today. I hope that you guys got a lot of today's teaching. Listen, if you haven't done so, please hit the like button. It helps us out tremendously. It allows us to grow. It allows us to become more visible. If this teaching has been of great value to you, I ask that you begin to share it with 5 of your friends. Share it with your cast members, the cast members of your life, the cast members of your movie. Begin to share it. And so I want to commend all of you who are being blessed by this series, who are utilizing it, who are elevating it, allowing it to elevate you, allowing it to help you grow and expand. Somebody reached out to me this week and said, listen, man, I just found out who you are, and I needed this right now in my life with everything I have going on. I needed this, what you're teaching. And like I said, there's no mistakes, there's no accidents. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And so I believe that it's imperative that we move and grow into the atmosphere that we're doing now. So I wanted to thank you, all of you, for everything that you've done, for your presence, for your consistency, for being a part of this channel. And so we are forever grateful. I want to give you guys the ability to move in our circulation. It's our opportunity where you can donate to this organization, to this ministry, to help us to expand, to help us to grow. We're asking every week, we ask everybody who can to donate $26. And we always say, if you don't have the $26, you can move based on what your heart desires. If you have $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, somebody says, I want to give more than $25 or $26. And so if that's you, then yes, you go by your heart's desire. But whatever it is that you donate, we want you to know that we believe in circulation, which means that we believe that it will come back to you. Circulation means coming back to its original point of origin. And we believe that you will be blessed 100-fold return by whatever it is that you donate into this ministry, that you sow into this ministry. We believe that it will benefit you. For as a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And so we believe that, and we honor you, and we thank you for your financial contributions, because they do help us greatly. I also want to let you know that there's 4 ways that you can give. Our first way is going to be $, it's going to be Cash App, $TOESC. Once again, it's $TOESC. Then we have Venmo. Then we have PayPal and ZELLE. PayPal and ZELLE will be from our email, which is going to be info, INFO, at TOESC.org. Once again, that's info, INFO, at TOESC.org. And we will be, you can use either PayPal or ZELLE with that email. And then the last one is Venmo. Venmo is going to be Issacharbey at gmail.com. And that's ISSACHARBEY at gmail.com. And those are the ways that you can give. Once again, we are forever grateful for your donations. Those of you that are donating, that are sowing the seed into our ministry, we thank you. Once again, if you're tuning in, or you tuned in the middle, or towards the end of this broadcast, and this is your first time listening, please let us know what city, what state, what country you're listening from. Please help us by hitting the like button. Also, we offer you the ability to subscribe, to stay connected to this community. And then we also say, if this was valuable to you and it was able to give you a sense of inspiration, of motivation, of mind-provoking, mind-renewing, thought-provoking levels of expansion in your consciousness, that you share this with your friends and your family. And I always like to say this one thing: your destiny is not a matter of chance, but it's a matter of choice. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.